G'day folks, and welcome to today's Round 4 FFA Cup clash between Wynnum Wolves FC and Southport Warriors here at Carmichael Park. In his second year with the club now, Wynnum Wolves head coach Matt Chandler will be looking to push his side and take them far in the cup after they finished fourth in the FQPL 1 last year and took Premier and eventual grand final winners Logan Lightning into extra time in the knockout semi-finals. But after Max Mikkela's exit from Carmichael Park to Richlands with Lions FC, new players will have to stake their claim and pick up from where he left off as he notched 12 goals in the league to make his way into the Football Queensland Premier League team of the season. Matt Chandler himself is no stranger to the cup after guiding Redlands United to a victory over the A-League club Adelaide United in 2017. A very young and dedicated team at the time. They forced the game into extra time with the last gasp goal in regulation and then took the win 2-1. Making their way up the M1 are Southport, who after beating Oxley United 6-1 in round 2 and Toowoomba powerhouse Willowburn 5-0 in the third round, find themselves matched up against the Football Queensland Premier League 1 side in round 4 today. Like Matt Chandler, Southport's new gaffer Steve McDonald is no stranger to the competition after taking the Coomera Colts to the round of 32 stage in 2019, becoming one of the tournament's smallest ever clubs to reach the national round. He also guided Coomera to third in the Gold Coast Premier League last season, and Southport will be hoping he improves their second last place finish from last year. He's brought a handful of players over with him to help them do the job and not only improve in the league but also in the FFA Cup, as they intend to announce themselves on the national stage as so many clubs have done before them. But it all starts tonight here at Carmichael Park in round 4 of the FFA Cup. And we had some rain earlier today. You may have needed your snorkel and flippers out to see the pitch here a few weeks ago. The grounds crew have done a fantastic job at getting it ready for today's fixture. As we have a look through the lineups for today, for the home side in net, it is Ned Bowden. In his defence, number 2, Reese Hills. Number 4, Elton E.J. Boskert. Number 5, Michael McKinnon. Number 8, Moses Joseph. Number 9, Antonio Murray. Number 10, Ryan Cockle. Number 11, James Taylor. Number 12, Jack Webb. Number 14, Koki Miyasaka. Number 24, Jacob Graham. As we see the teams entering the field, we'll go through the visitors lineup. And Steve McDonald's side in net, it is Scott Semple, number 1. Number 2, Angus Hughes. Number 14, Dylan Ewell. Number 5, Richard Clark. Number 4, Gavin Wales. Number 16, Andy Ridden. Number 17, Dan Discombe. Number 9, Ross Paynes. Number 11, Morgan Saunders. Number 3, Luke Reuter. And number 10, Ferdinand Anor. As we see the teams lining up now, in ready to kick us off in this round 4 clash as pleasantries begin. And it'll be a great matchup between obviously a Football Queensland Premier League 1 side and a Gold Coast Premier League side. It's not often you get to see the two competitions face off against each other. And Southport coming off some decent form of late. Unfortunately, they lost their most recent game in the league to Palm Beach 3-0. But before that, 2 wins in a row. Against 5-0 win against Runaway Bay and a 5-0 win against Willowburn. And that Willowburn won in the cup. It'll be a tough game for them today. They are rotating their squad quite a lot as they tonight kicks off their 3-game and 8-day run, as they will be playing Burleigh Heads in the league on Tuesday. And Surfers Paradise Apollo, an absolute powerhouse of the Gold Coast Premier League, next Sunday. It's a stacked schedule for them, as it was the captain there for Southport in Morgan Saunders. Had a strong performance last time in the cup, as they, as a whole team, absolutely ran riot. Steve McDonald coming over from Coomera. Obviously Coomera now a Football Queensland Premier League 2 side. Obviously, Enrique, slippery fish, technical director at the club. As it will be Morgan Saunders kicking us off today. Obviously, Wynnum in that notable black and yellow here at the Wolf Den, Carmichael Park in Wynnum. Southport in the green and white. And Reese Hills captaining the home side. In defence there. And we are underway here for this round 4 clash of the football, well, as the FFA Cup. Southport working down that far side. Ball coming into the box now. Morgan Saunders might get on the end of it, but it's cut out well by Moses Joseph. Wynnum winning it back in midfield. They'll look to spring a quick counter-attack. Will the man stay on side? In Miyasaka. No, he will not, but Southport can deal with it with ease as they move forward now. Some lovely bit of dribbling. And calls for a foul, but not given by the referee. And they'll send it long. And dealt with well again. Persistent by Southport as the ball comes in, but will not trouble the defence. Southport have 4 players starting in their first game of the season, or first game of the season in the starting lineup today. They'll be looking to make an impression in the cup as rotation forces Steve McDonald to make some changes and give some players a chance. They're looking to prove themselves. Ed Bowden in goal. So Wynnum Wolves Jr. return to the club as a coach in 2020 as it is sent out by Scott Semple, the opposing number 1. It will be a Wynnum throw-in for Reese Hills, the skipper. Obviously, Miyasaka winds up and dinks it over the top, and a tug of the shirt, but the ball has a shot there, and there's calls for a penalty there. It was a great effort by Antonio Murray, and a strong challenge there by the skipper. A great run in behind by Antonio Murray, fighting him well. Koki Miyasaka, an absolute player to watch in today's fixture. Exciting young Japanese player. He's come to Wolves from the Gold Coast. Previously spent some time with Gold Coast United as he is taken down there, but not calling a foul. It's on the edge of the box for Wynnum. Can they find an option? It was James Taylor with the ball as Mo Joseph plays it out. Attempted some trickery there on the far side. Jacob Crane in midfield. Hard-hitting 6, sitting at the base of this Wynnum engine room. Really, really promising player for Wynnum, as they do have a free kick here. Miyasaka, sorry, looks to be in a little bit of pain as the ball's whipped in. Can it find a head? Yes, it can. It's sent wide. Wynnum with it now. And Reese Hills slipped over there. The ball not quite in the place he wanted as the ball will come across into the middle. It is Morgan Saunders on the end of it, but he passes it on, and can it be put in the back of the net? Yes, it can. Early goal for Southport. Ferdinand Anor with a fantastic finish into the bottom corner. And that's just what Southport wanted early in this game. They haven't made the trip up the M1 for nothing. they'll be wanting to progress in the cup. And a great bit of build-up play caused by this slip over by Reese Hills. Let them in there. They need to bounce back here. Side with great blend of youth and experience. A loose header there by the defence. And it is Saunders will have a shot. It's a great save there by Ned Bowden. Fantastic effort by Morgan Saunders. He's looked so deadly so far, and he is one you have to keep your eye on in this game. Played for Gold Coast Knights in their last season in the Gold Coast Premier League. As always, can get a goal as the ball is whipped in and dealt with well by Joseph. They'll get another chance here. And it's cleared well by James Taylor. Both James Taylor and Jacob Graham, as he spent time with the Central Coast Mariners Academy when they finished Year 12 in 2019. So young players, only 19 years old. They returned to Brisbane with the COVID shutdown. Football in New South Wales early last year. Jacob Graham himself, Wolves' first team player of the year in 2020. It's a Nudgee College prospect. From Cairns originally. As Bowden sends it long for Wynnum. It's flicked on. Can they make something of it now? They retain it in midfield and Taylor gets it on, but it's cleared. And chasing it down. Now Southport, some great pressure there by Luke Reuter when he gives away the foul, and they play quickly. Taylor moving with it. The ref's whistle doesn't go, but there is a player down on the far side. And that may be Miyasaka. Went down earlier. Looked to be in a little bit of discomfort in these early stages. And he's getting some treatment from the physio. And player on the bench for Wynnum, Nathan Yoon, might be of service there. Missed much of the preseason through university placement in Cairns as he is a physiotherapy student. They might have to have a look at him on the sideline. Always handy to have that on the bench today. And that may be him coming on the field on the far side, as Miyasaka has called a day for him, and it is Nathan Yoon coming onto the field for him as the ball is sent into the mixer for Wynnum. They send it long. Can it find Morgan Saunders? That seems to be the route of attack for them, along with Ferdinand Danor. Players to watch for Southport. Real danger players for them as Reese Hills has it down on the right back flank, and he opts for the switch, but it's cut out well by Southport. And out to Anor, looking to spring quickly, catch him sleeping. A lovely bit of footwork. Can he find an option? He's cutting inside. There's calls for a penalty. He stays on his feet. James Taylor skipping away with it, but it is a foul to Wynnum. Get the free kick. And it looks like it will be Mo Joseph stepping over it. He'll look to send it long. Mo Joseph spent some time away from the game for his medical studies, but has returned to Wolves last season. He is a doctor at the Princess Alexandra Hospital in Brisbane, putting in some absolute shifts down there over the recent weeks, the recent months, and last year, and obviously this year, as many frontline workers have, and we thank them for their work. Football providing an outlet for Joseph over the past year and a half or so. Can he make an impact at the back? It's been solid so far, despite the scoreline. Versatile, can play anywhere along the back line. Essentially, plays at left back, plays at centre back, and a foul may have been given away there by Graham, and the referee agrees in this case. And the young 19-year-old gives it away, but Southport spring quickly. And here's Anor providing all the flair for Southport, and going up big there was Saunders, but Southport looking to spring again. Reuter now. How looking to counter-attack our Southport as the ball comes in. Anor at the back stick. May give him another opportunity with Saunders in the middle. He is a big body. Into the box now for Southport. Anor again. He's got an overlap. Doesn't go for it. He may opt to whip it into the box. He goes for the switch. Can Reuter keep it in here? Yes, he can. May go for the safe option, and does, but the pressure of Wynnum. Man, stay on. Linesman says yes, but EJ Boskert can't control it there. Lovely dink over the top. Yoon chasing it down. Will he be able to keep it inside? No, he can't. As it will be a corner for Wynnum. I think it was Richard Clark cutting it out there. Richard Clark, Southport Junior, family name synonymous with Southport. This ball goes towards the back stick. Can it find a head? Yes, it can. But it slips through, and Southport will be able to clear it out. And it is to Anor. Can he move with it? Yes, he can. Mo Joseph closing him down. The on run. Cut out eventually, but Joseph does give away the foul on Anor. Won't see a card here early in this game. Anor looks like he will be okay in the end. Great overlapping run there. There are some targets for whoever takes this free kick. Take it quickly. Whip it in now towards the back stick. Saunders will get onto it, heads it down. And will be sent back out wide to Reuter. Edge of the box now, Southport. And was Ross Paynes on the edge of the box, being dispossessed. Wynnum too slow in transition here. Southport matching him well. Played out wide. Anor again getting so much action down this right-hand flank. Paynes again. Can he unload a shot? There was a foul there, but it wasn't called. Ross Paynes will feel hard done by there, but Southport can control it well. And Reuter now. Cut out well by Ryan Cockle. And a lovely pass inside. Falling asleep was Jack Webb. That man, Anor, on the far side. Can he find Saunders? Saunders chasing it down. And a lovely dink over, but it can't make its way on target. A promising effort. And you'd have to say they're on top so far in this game are the Gold Coast Premier League side. Steve McDonald, he knows how to coach a cup team. Beat Oxley United 6-1. At home it was, I believe. Just playing Willowburn. Beat them 5-0 as well. Scott Sargent was named on the bench for Wynnum. Won't be taken to the field. He's been rubbed out late as Saunders chasing down, but Wynnum get away with it. Scott Sargent booked due to illness late today before kickoff. Steve Wilson for Southport out with a possible MCL sustained in Thursday night's training. He will be missed. Both players will be missed. As a scramble in midfield leads to a Southport free kick. And a good area for them. Just bring an attack as they move it quickly, and the referees told them, go back a bit. The upcoming fixtures for Wynnum. Western Pride on Friday.
Keep with it, Brace. Keep with it.
Following Sunday, making the trip up to Kawana for the Sunny Coast Fire. And then Southside Eagles here Friday the 30th of April. Good schedule as the ball's whipped in to the box. Mo Joseph gets it out, but great press by Southport. Fortunately, no unrunning Wynnum player there. Great pressure on the goalkeeper by the forwards for Wynnum. Saunders with a lovely touch to control it. Has it to Reuter. Back to him. These two playing a bit of one-touch, two-touch football. Calls for man on, but Southport just being patient here. Waiting for the option to appear. Play it back. Switch is on, but it's cut out well, and good pressure there by Anor. Wins it back. Potentially wins himself a foul, but the referee does disagree. Angus Hughes filling it at fullback there. They had to do a lot of rotating, have Southport, but they'll be happy if they can hold on to this one. The ball's whipped in. Can it find Saunders? Joseph deals with it well and says Avitt gets rid of it, but it will be a throw-in for Wynnum on that far side here at Carmichael Park. Around half an hour left in this game. Still plenty of time. Still in the early stages. As Reese Hills, the former Capalaba man, moving it inside. Great turn there by James Taylor, the 19-year-old. Yoon on this far side. Hills again. Plays it in behind. He'll stay on side and the ball's whipped in. He can't find a Wynnum player in the end, but they have it back. Hills will cut it out well. Graham again. Michael McKinnon, centre back for Wynnum. Scottish born. Spent the last few years playing for Grange Thistle in the Brisbane Premier League. Obviously they are now in the Football Queensland Premier League too, but he's made the step up. Tenacious defender as he chases it and guides it out. And Reese Hill's the captain, barking orders at his team. Tell him to get on top of it, boys. And throw in now for the Warriors. Out by Graham. Hills with it now. Looking to put in the captain's performance as it's flicked over the top to Yoon. He'll stay on side. He's on one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Player closing him down. He has a shot and it's just put wide of the post. And a lovely attack there. Springing the offside trap. And the Southport defence aren't happy with it, but they get away with it in the end. Lovely run there by Nathan Yoon off the bench for Koki Miyasaka. Corner will come in now on the far side towards the back post. Can he get a head on it? But it's claimed well by Semple. Looks to spring them quickly through Anor. Can he get around Joseph? No, he can't. Dealt with very well there bravely coming out of defence. We've seen how dangerous Anor can be already in this game. Wynnum will get it on the far side there to reset. Another game broadcasted in the FFA Cup tonight. Obviously Moreton Bay versus Olympic FC at Goodwin Park. They play each other just the other week in the league. A demolition by Olympic, as you'd expect. And the same was true today at Goodwin Park. 4-0 to Olympic. And a lovely body feint there by Graham. Outside to Taylor. Can he get around his man? He puts it into the box, but it's cut out well, and shaky in defence. Where's Southport there? And a big collision there. No one comes off better on that one. Referee says play on. Let the boys play. And Anor will get to it, skipping around. And he is fouled there in the end, and they aren't happy with it. Jack Webb not happy at all. They look to move quickly. They do, but it's cut out by the Wynnum defence. Dan Leck scoring a hat-trick in that FFA Cup game. As a big collision on the far side and a bit of afters as someone will seek the card here. A little bit of handbags there on the far side. And yellow is given to Wynnum. I believe it was Michael McKinnon. Clattered Anor on the far side, and he wasn't happy about it. But Dan Leck, hat-trick in the cup for Olympic, reigning National Premier League Men's Queensland Player of the Year. As it'll come in now for Southport. It's on the edge of the box. Anor gets his head on it. Can it go over the keeper? He's palmed it onto the bar and is cleared off the line by Reese Hills. And a fantastic save by Ned Bowen. And a great header by an unsuspecting attacker in Anor. Not huge in stature, but rises above and flicks it on. And it's one of those looping headers. And it's just palmed onto the crossbar by Ned Bowden. Great effort, outstretched. And they'll get another chance, will Southport. And Anor again rising high. Leaping like a salmon. Can't turn it into the back of the net. Dan Leck can't seem to stop scoring for Olympic. He is sent long by Ned Bowden. Hills with it now. Fantastic goal line clearance just before. Saved his team there in the end, as did Ned Bowden. Michael McKinnon now. Been a great organiser. Voice at the back for Wynnum today already. Obviously coming back from an ankle injury sustained during pre-season. He's looking strong so far. Joseph finding Taylor. He'll just put it outside to Antonio Murray. Go for the switch. Yoon can get on the end of it. Is there an option in the box? As he sprays it over and may go for a throw-in the end. will be Angus Hughes taking it for Southport. Just playing it down the line to Anor. He's covered a lot of grass today. It can't be understated how well the pitch has come out after the worst images. There's a big collision there. The worst images of the pitch in previous weeks. Looked like a lagoon as Anor tries to pull it down, and Southport can control it in the end. And he is put long to Saunders. Can he get on the end of it? Yes, he can, but it'll be collected well by Ned Bowden. Matt Chandler's side really need to get going in this game. Had a few chances, but none have troubled the keeper in Scott Semple so far. Obviously, Southport Thursday night was the first time in 3.5 weeks they were actually able to get out on the training field due to the rain, as I'm sure is the case with plenty of other teams. So it's a matter of blowing off the cobwebs as well. It's dinked over the top. It gets a head on it, and Taylor has a dink over the top, and a lovely first time finish on the half volley for James Taylor. Getting forward, the 19-year-old. Ball's played over the top to him. Defender tries to head it out, but just nods it on, and Scott Semple caught in no man's land there. As it is 1-1. Wynnum have equalised. Great finish there by the youngster. Didn't panic. Knew he had Semple off his line, and another big collision was Jacob Graham, the youngster. Big central defender. Is Yoon now. Can he get one? Has the shot, but it is blocked. And lovely dribbling out of defence for Southport. And he's flicked on by Hills. Will be a throw-in for Southport. And both the youngsters in Jacob Graham and James Taylor having a strong game already, and showing why Central Coast was so interested in them. Out wide for Southport. They'll get an option in the middle. Anor and Saunders, the danger men for them in there. It's cut out well. They win it back. Whipped into the box. Anor rising again. Bowden manages to get it. Jeez, the vertical on Ferdinand Anor. Something to behold already. Not the tallest player, but geez, he's rising above the defenders. Kinnan tried to play it, but it's cut out well. Saunders now with it. He's looking to get around Graham, but he can't in the end. Looked to play it inside, but Graham cut it out well. And hands in the back there. Physical challenge by Dylan Ewell. I believe it was Antonio Murray. Yes, it was. Just coming in from behind. Tactical foul. Allowing his side to reset. As Reese Hills has it now. It's a level game now, with 17 minutes left of this half to play. Murray again with it, moving forward. Taylor, he's already had one. Can he get another? Plays it in. It's cut out well by Southport. Wynnum have it again. Switched, but well, Taylor tenacious in attack there, applying great pressure. Reuter played into Saunders. He controls it well, tries to get around Joseph, does so. Joseph being relentless there. There's Reuter going down the byline, and Reese Hills meets him well. And it will be a Southport corner now. And taking it is Luke Reuter. Strong left-hand side player, left-sided player. Often plays in defence as well. Cleared well by Hills. Taylor getting around well and wins his team a foul. Wins his team a free kick, courtesy of Gavin Wales, and players are getting antsy out there. Saturday night football in the Cup. What a great competition it is. Allows so many teams to announce themselves on a national stage. And both teams will be looking to do that in this competition. It all starts tonight. Both be looking for strong cup runs and strong league performances. Let's go for the short option in Hills. McKinnon again. Just played into James Taylor. Iona College product. It's played long. Can Reuter get on the end of it? He'll try and keep it in, and I think it will. It'll sit up. Moisture's helped him as it goes towards the back stick, but cut out well by Boskert on the far side. Hills marshalling the troops. And a lovely lead by Taylor, and he'll stay onside. Can he put it in the back of the net? No, he can't. Well, yes, he can. And Antonio Murray took his time, and Scott Semple tried his hardest. I believe he got a touch on it, but it wasn't enough in the end. And a lovely leave there by James Taylor. And Antonio Murray can pounce on it, take his time. He's given way too much time on the edge of the box there. And the Southport players aren't happy with it, as they're saying, check with your lino. And he will consult him in the end. We may have it overturned. Can't go to VAR. And it will stand. A goal to Antonio Murray. James Taylor should almost get the assist for that one. A lovely body feint and just left it. Bamboozled the defence. Magic trick there. That's the kind of flair you want to see from a young player. Playing in that advanced role for your team. Play to build your team around. Based on tonight's performance. Sure, he'll have a fantastic campaign in the Football Queensland Premier League, won this season. Obviously, they lost Max Mikula in the off-season. They'll be looking to see who can replace him. It's now 2-1 to Wynnum. After the strong start from Southport, still looking strong, but Wynnum just being clinical. Not rushing it, taking their time in attack. Doing well. The creativity of James Taylor paying dividends for the Wolves. Great challenge there by Taylor. I mean, 1-2, but second effort wasn't good enough. Great control there as it's played in, but it will be dealt with by Bowden. Can they get out of danger? Great turn there by Andy Ridden. Mo Joseph wins it in the end. Ryan Cockle seems to be in a bit of discomfort at the moment. We'll look to fight through it. It's a switch. Force Hills to chase after it, but it's just skipped on and out for a Southport throw-in. Obviously the rotation for Southport not ideal. They would have loved to have their full first team in this game. And it is given to Wynnum, much to the displeasure of Southport. Crowd getting vocal, and it is a good crowd tonight. Some Southport fans making their way up the M1 for the occasion. It's not every day your team plays a FFA Cup game. It is the crown jewel of Australian grassroots football. Competition gives every team a chance. As it's played into Yoon, is he going to be onside? Yes, he will, and he'll put it into the back of the net. Great finish there by Nathan Yoon. And a costly turnover by Southport makes it 3-1 to the home side. Lovely composure there by Nathan Yoon. He's had a few chances in this game already.
Number 7, scorer for Wolves. Wolves now
He's got on the score sheet 3 separate scorers so far for Wynnum. Bodes well for the season to come. Obviously Antonio Murray getting one, as well as James Taylor. And now Nathan Yoon, substitute, came on for Koki Miyasaka. Edge of the box now for Southport. An effort came in, but it wasn't enough from Ross Paynes. Saunders will look to pounce on the loose ball. Joseph uses his body well, switches it out to Hills, who controls it well. And Taylor sent long. Can Semple control it? Yes, he can. Just takes it easily. Taylor, an absolute metronome for this team going forward in their attack. Barometer for them. And one well by Anor. So only one substitution has been made as of yet, and you have to say it was forced due to Miyasaka going down with a niggle, an injury early in the game. We hope he's all right. Long season ahead for Wynnum. It's down, and it is Ryan Cockle, who went down earlier as well, as Anor has it on the far side. Is there an option for him? Edge of the box now. Hughes plays it inside, but only as far as the Wynnum player. Yoon, the goal scorer, again with it. Taylor absolutely sells his man in Luke Reuter. The lovely turn. And it is sent long. Can it make it out the back? Yes, it can. And they do pull it down. His body is on the floor, but there's no free kick given, and you have to like that from the referee. Just letting the boys play, not calling it every 5 seconds. Letting the game flow. It's what you want to see as a neutral. Saunders with it. Option outside in Reuter. Option outside in Anor. Saunders back into the box. It's whipped in, but it's cut out well by Mo Joseph. And they get out of danger, but just for the moment as Saunders at the back post. Can he get his head on it? Bowden collects it well and will spring the team off. He came out well there. Did Ned Bowden. Just about 6 minutes left to play in regulation of this first half. It's starting to get a little bit cooler here in Wynnum. Ball played towards the back stick. Reese Hills cuts it out well. We had some showers earlier today. You wonder if that'll play a factor in the pitch. Maybe holding the ball up a little bit. Maybe letting it skid on at times. Doesn't look to have affected the pitch too much. But the dew is setting in as we enter April for this Easter weekend. It is Easter Sunday tomorrow. Wouldn't it be a treat for one of these teams to move on in the cup? It's cut out well, but can they make anything of it? No, they can't, as Scott Semple collects it well there. Southport tend to play a 4-3-3 with the advanced playmaker, and that seems to be Ross Paynes today in place of Nick Greenwood, who is the usual centre attacking midfielder for this Warriors outfit. Obviously it is Steve McDonald's first season with the club, the head coach. They finished second last in the Gold Coast Premier League, and Coomera finished third. They'll be looking for that kind of turnaround from McDonald, but it will take time. It's about 6 or 7 key players from his Coomera side that have made the trip down to Southport as well to join him, which we do tend to see when managers move clubs and coaches move clubs. There's loyalties to coaches, and coaches have their favourite players, and there's no exception in this Southport side. And if 6 or 7 of those third place Coomera side can make an impact, as well as obviously having Morgan Saunders and Ferdinand Anor. Obviously Anor coming over with him. Obviously Anor started the season with a hat-trick against Runaway Bay. 5-1 demolition. A big challenge for them will be against Surfers Paradise Apollo in the league in the coming weeks. As Taylor has it in the middle and plays it off to Paynes. And the shot comes in, as it was Murray with the shot. In the end, the opposing number 9 to Paynes. A lovely layoff by James Taylor. Here he is with it again. Plays it to Yoon, but can't make it past the defence as it was. Richard Clark cutting it out. His dad was part of the 1987 team that won everything down at Southport. Richard himself tried his luck overseas in Spain and Scotland, and a wrestle on the touchline. And the teams are getting vocal along with the fans. And Reuter sees yellow. Second yellow card of the game. As you sense tempers are flaring a bit in this game. It's creeping in as we enter the last minute of the first half in regulation. Only one substitute has been made. Obviously on the bench for Wynnum still, Yanis Benzanardi, James Keogh, Brandon Nagy as the ball into James Taylor. Can he find an option on the edge of the box? No, he can't. And on the bench, Michael Parker as well, as Anor gets past his man. Cuts inside, plays it through to Saunders. Can they get one back before half-time? He cuts back, sends his player onto the deck. It was Mo Joseph, and he has a shot, but it's sent into Rose Ed. But a lovely bit of build-up play there between Anor and Morgan Saunders. Sold the candy to Mo Joseph. Broke his ankles. Just put on the floor. Lovely bit of dribbling from both players. Fortunately, end result wasn't there as we are in stoppage time now. It will be a Southport free kick. Wynnum trying to delay it a bit, as you would. Head into the sheds. And that is half-time. The teams will head into the sheds. It is 3-1 to the home side in Wynnum Wolves. Antonio Murray, James Taylor, and Nathan Yoon getting the goals. One goal for Southport. Ferdinand Anor will be back shortly. Don't go anywhere.
Those that are interested in exactly
I can announce the host country of the FIFA Women's World Cup 2023, which will be Australia.
Oh, amazing touch. Spectacular.
This time the cross, a towering header.
The keeper's out. The net's open.
Some people can't hide their passion. Don't hide yours. Join our team.
When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. The whole
Happiness is knowing you'll find the perfect vehicle every time. Thrifty. Smiles all the way.
wonderful occasion for us to be here on the lawns of Parliament House in Queensland on the first day back of Parliament, no less, to release the strategic plan from Football Queensland in relation to women and girls. So women and girls are the future of the game, not only here but all over the world, and the strategic plan in unlocking the legacy with the anticipation and the excitement of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup here on home soil. You know, we've got all parts of our game here unified. We've got our clubs here, you know, we've got our next generation players here. You know, there were parents here, there, administrators. We've got the politicians here who are obviously in key strategic positions where they can help to assist us in our vision for the game. And you know, we do need some resources to make that happen. And that if we can look to see the potential that co-hosting with New Zealand, our great friends from New Zealand, if we can look to see the potential that can unlock the legacy for the next 20 years. So we talk about 23, but it's got to be about beyond. It's got to be able to cater for those participants, and we've got to be able to cater for all parts of our game. And you know, I'm in a very privileged position to see the next generation coming through now, and I'm really excited to see where some of them can go, because yeah, they are outstanding and their potential is off the charts, and you just saw a little bit of just the skills and the character from them today. And yeah, I'm really excited about, you know, the potential and the future for women's football in Queensland.
Welcome back to the second half's action of this round 4 FFA Cup clash between Wolves FC and Southport FC. The Wolves versus the Warriors here at Carmichael Park. It is 3-1, courtesy of Antonio Murray, James Taylor, and Nathan Yoon for the home side, and Ferdinand Anor for the visitors. Opening the scoring was James Taylor, well, for the home side, but for the away side, they opened it up early. Ferdinand Anor getting a goal. Looking to get started back in this second half. Ferdinand Anor has been deadly down this right-hand flank. And Morgan Saunders in the middle for them. Two standouts for the visitors. And for the home side, James Taylor has got himself on the score sheet. And rightly so, he's been everywhere for the visitors. We'll let you know of any substitutions that were made as soon as we find out about them. Kicking us off in the second half is Antonio Murray. Just a matter of time, and we are away in this second half of this round 4 FFA Cup clash between the Wynnum Wolves and the Southport Warriors. Southport making the trip up the M1. They'll be looking to get back into this game. They led it for a large part of it, a large part of the first half at least. They'll be looking to get themselves back into it. They didn't make the trip up. The F1 for nothing. M1 for nothing, should say. Mo Joseph, the doctor, dispossessed by Anor. And a bit of a tussle on the sideline there. And we'll go the way of the Warriors. And this is a free kick in the end. Whipping it in is Angus Hughes. Anor has been rising well. He's towards the back stick and it's flapped away. But James Taylor, can he clear it? Yes, he can. Chasing it down is Yoon, but Southport can deal with it. There's Reuter on the far side, whipping it in. Saunders pulls it down. Can he get a shot off? Anor with it on the edge of the box. Lays it off and it's skied into a different postcode by the Southport attack. Might be in 4007. That's where that was headed. Spooned. Not even the net behind the goal. Save that one. A good build-up play though for Southport. If they keep at it, those will be going in. As it is switched to Anor. He's been deadly down this right-hand side. He'll stay on side. Can he cut inside? He goes towards the byline and cuts it in. And Saunders puts it into the back of the net. A lovely bit of build-up play for Southport, and the danger men link up in Ferdinand Anor and Morgan Saunders putting it into the back of the net. It is 3-2. We've got a game on our hands. Just saying, if they stick with that build-up play, it'll pay off, and boy does it. And they open up the second half, much like they opened the first, with an early goal from the two players you would expect. Linking up there. Morgan Saunders has been strong all game, but didn't get himself onto the score sheet until then. That's a true poacher's finish there. Just puts it into the back of the net. A lovely build-up play by Ferdinand Anor. A goal and assist today. Assist for Anor's goal might have been from Saunders as well. So those two linking up very well. That connection will prove to be vital for them during the season, as Saunders had it then. Obviously Anor coming over from Coomera following Steve McDonald, the coach. Maybe the perfect connection for them this season. You'd have to say, with the additions they've made in the off-season, they'll certainly be a stronger team. Than last season, at least. Finished 7th in an 8-team league, being the Gold Coast Premier League. Some quality sides in there, and it's great to see both the Gold Coast Premier League and a Football Queensland Premier League side match up. As we can see, and a big challenge there, in from behind. And you'd have to say someone will be seeing a yellow card, but the referee saying no, just cut it out. Doesn't want to give them away too early in this second half, but he came in behind. 2-foot tackle. Looked like a bit of malice there. So I believe it was Reece Hills on that far side. Is the referee changing his decision? He might be. Either that or it is certainly a stern talking to. And yes, he will be seeing yellow there. I believe it was Gavin Wales. He making the starting 11 for the first time this season. Gives away a silly challenge, and he does head it away then. It was Gavin Wales. No-nonsense defender, and he's shown it then. Certainly nothing getting by him. An old-school challenge. Angus Hughes has it on this side. Anor, can he make something happen? Very likely as he plays it through, but it's cut out well by Wolves. Jacob Crane's been fantastic at the base of midfield for Wynnum in this game. He's a big presence for a young man. Saunders, big presence as well, and makes such a big impact. And Anor can put it into the back of the net. Morgan Saunders with the assist and a slide in the corner, and they join him. Lovely build-up play, and those two connect again. Deadly connection makes it 3-3. Lovely persistence by Morgan Saunders. Just cuts it back to Anor to get his second. And how the tables have turned here at Carmichael Park. 3-3. 40 minutes left of regulation to play. That is just what the doctor ordered for Southport, and not Dr. Mo Joseph, defender for Wynnum. He certainly did not prescribe that one. Obviously, doctor at the Princess Alexandra Hospital. Has been sturdy at the back for them. There's a switch from Hughes out towards Saunders. Tries to flick it on, but weren't on the same page there. Reuter and Saunders, unlike the combination of Anor and Saunders, which has proved king in today's game. Saunders dispossessing Joseph and sending him on the floor. He did that earlier in the game as Reuter on the far side. Can he find an option in the middle or have a shot? He goes for the shot and it just goes wide of the post. And will be a goal kick for Wynnum. Reuter on that far side with a great effort. And in that, he will be hooked. He will be off the field for Elliot Greenwood. A regular and on the left wing for Southport. So that is Luke Reuter coming off the field, number 3, and coming on, number 15, Elliot Greenwood. Didn't have a strong game, Reuter. They've got a lot of games in the next 8 days, 3 in fact. So I'm sure they'll be trying to use as many of those subs as they can while still trying to secure the result. And a great attack there for Wynnum, but to no avail. Southport get away with it. Dan Discombe. Yeah, they're moving the ball so well in this second half. Here he is, Greenwood draws a foul from Reese Hills, and there's a little bit of afters, and referee's not tolerating it as Discombe moving the ball quickly, and a lovely feint. We've seen it before. Sent to the back post, Saunders with the header. And a great header it was, but right down the throat of Scott Semple. He's good in the air. Here's Morgan Saunders. Maybe needed to put a bit more placement and power on that one. Great effort nonetheless. Discombe out to Hughes. Anor now. Boskert marking him. He's trying to send him on a dance. Puts it for a goal kick in the end. Just whipping out all the tricks. Why wouldn't you? This game today, big milestone for Wynnum this weekend, and supposedly this day is approximately 100 years since the club's first ever game. Obviously the club's established in 1921 through the Trove articles. It's supposed their first game, 2nd of April 1921, as the header comes in towards the back stick. 100 years of football for the Wolves as the ball comes towards the broadcast position for a Wynnum throw-in. And black and yellow, iconic club in Brisbane, and a lovely fake by Angus Hughes. It's great to see the Brisbane competitions and the Gold Coast competitions lining up against each other. It's a real test of the leagues. See how they stack up. You don't often get to see it. It'd be great to see a National Premier League men's v Gold Coast Premier League matchup. I'm sure all fans would love to see that. Similar to how we saw all-star games in the off-season. Obviously the State of Origin and other games. There's a big challenge there. But I'm sure all fans would love to see Gold Coast versus Brisbane, as Anor gets on the outside, plays it in, but it's cut out well by Graham. Young man, Nudgee College man, won the club's Player of the Year last season. His family, a lot to do with the club, very involved. Obviously had a stint at the Central Coast Mariners Academy after he finished year 12, as did James Taylor. Obviously COVID brought them back to the Sunshine State in 2020. Anor will deliver. Can it find a head? Yes, it can. But it's sent over the bar and into the parking lot. Good delivery there from Anor. Searching for a ball. Elliot Greenwood Greenwood hasn't had too much to do as of yet in this game. I'm sure his impact will be felt as we head further in. Around 32 minutes left to play. Hannor and Boskert. It's been a great matchup to see all day long, and you'd have to say Hannor's come off the victor so far. 2 goals and an assist or 2. Well, 2 goals and an assist, I should say. Spread across. Haynes, and the shot comes in. Can it go in? And a great save there by Scott Semple. And I believe the shot came in from Andy Ridden, and it was Ned Bowden with the save. Apologies. A great save. He's made a few great saves already in this game. Has Ned Bowden. And Andy Ridden with the shot. Strong effort. Ball will come in again. Can't find a head. Greenwood chasing it down, but Joseph gets it out of danger. They look to move quickly. Murray sending it long to Yoon. Will he stay onside? Unfortunately, the referee will say no, he will not. It's 3-3. It's anyone's game. And a great recovery from Southport. 3-1 at half-time. Within about 5 or 10 minutes, they'd drawn it level. Don't know what was said in the change rooms, but Steve McDonald's got him fired up, showing coach of his quality exactly why he gets results. And Yoon will stay on side, one would think, and try and deliver it into the box. Yes, he will stay on side. Cuts towards the byline. Can he find a player? No, he can't. But he does get it back on the edge of the box. A strong defence there by Gavin Wales. It will be a Wynnum throw-in. Obviously, the other FFA Cup game that was broadcast today. Olympic FC versus Moreton Bay United. Both two teams, obviously Olympic FC, absolute heavyweights in the NPL competition. Moreton Bay having a strong season. Zach Kierpal doing well for them, the young striker, but Olympic came out 4-0 victors at Goodwin Park. It's Anwar dancing around. Can he find an option? We'll try and play it outside, but pass wasn't good enough in the end. Other games, Brisbane Strikers taking on Ripley Valley. Obviously Ripley Valley giant killers as James Taylor tracing it down. It's called for a foul, but not given. I think fair enough. Elliot Greenwood will be called offside by the linesman on the far side, and the Southport faithful in the crowd letting him know about it. See Kingscliff District FC and Sunny Coast Wanderers. It's a big trip for the Wanderers going down to Kingscliff. The Lakes FC playing Holland Park. The Lakes have caused some heroics in the cup so far, namely Josh Fern and Dan Fogarty, that deadly duo for the Lakes. Going to the ground there was Ross Paynes, but will be a Wolves goal kick. North Pine also took on Logan Lightning. Be a good matchup. Sunny Coast Fire took on Centenary Stormers. Western Pride taking on Southwest Queensland Thunder. Now that will be a game to watch as well. Both Football Queensland Premier League 1 teams. Southwest Queensland coming off a 1-0 loss to Brisbane City at Clive Berghofer last weekend. Western Pride, I believe have only played 1 game so far after multiple rainouts, and it looks like Wynnum could be making a substitution now. And it will be EJ Boskert making way. Elton Boskert making way for, looks like, Yanis Benzanati. And it is. As Wynnum do reset. Look to get ahead of the game. Murray playing it back to Cream. And he has a shot from long. It is sent into the netting. Benzanati coming onto the field. Look to shore up the defence for Wynnum. It's their first voluntary substitution. Obviously, Nathan Yoon came onto the field earlier in the game due to Koki Miyasaka being injured early on. But Nathan Yoon's got on the score sheet for them, so they'll be happy with that. Would have loved to see more from Miyasaka, and it will be a corner much to the displeasure of the Wolves players. And Anor will deliver it for them. Benzanati, a former Gold Coast junior, came to the Wolves via Holland Park. Will surely shore up the defence for them. Their other substitution earlier in the game. Nathan Yoon obviously got on the score sheet. Former Brisbane Roy junior came to the Wolves via Western Pride as the ball is whipped in and cleared, but it'll wind up and have the shot, and the deflection almost goes into the goal, and it was called offside in the end, I believe. Either way, it would have been a goal kick. And a great effort there by Ross Paynes, absolutely unleashing the cannon. We got the deflection on the way through, and it is Ross Paynes leaving the field now. The gaffers said, "You've had your shot, now come off." And I believe, if I were to have a guess, would be Nick Greenwood coming onto the field. He usually plays in that centre attacking role. But no, it isn't. It is Will Lamb coming onto the field for Ross Paynes. Benzanati, his first touch. Playing it into Taylor. We'll look to get around. Foul throw. Ross Paynes coming off the field for Will Lamb. He'll be looking to make big impact off the bench. Looks, as this calls for a handball, but it looks like Wynnum have got a strong young spine here with James Taylor and Jacob Graham down the centre. It's Will Lamb getting his first touch. Earned his spot after dominating in the reserves in previous weeks as they'll look to spring here through. Reece Hill's the skipper, playing it across for Antonio Murray, looking for his second, got the shot off but didn't make an effort of it. And another shot came in for Jack Webb. And a foul is called after Angus Hughes getting airborne over the back of Antonio Murray. Putting it in will be Jack Webb for the home side. Can Scott Semple get it out of his net? Can someone get their head on it to defenders moving forward, Reese Hills and Michael McKinnon. Ball comes in. Go over the bar. And it looks like Wynnum will be making another substitution. And it will be Jack Webb coming off the field as a pattern is building of players getting a chance right before they come off. And Jack Webb making way. Forward looks like James Keogh, and it is James Keogh wearing the number 16. That's their third substitution. There's a big collision on this close side. Ends up in a Wynnum throw-in, and rain's starting to come down. A little bit of light drizzle. Add some drama to the game. And the free kick is given against James Taylor. Wynnum pressing now. There's 20 minutes left to play. Who will get the chocolates? They'll spring an attack through Reese Hills as they want it back into the middle. Murray flicks it over the top to him. 1-2. Try and get around the defender in Richard Clark, but can't do so. Reese Hills, the captain for Wynnum, really leading by example and moving the team forward. Saunders with it now. He gets off the bobble. He's going now into the box. Joseph chasing him down, and Joseph winning out in the end. Saunders has broken his ankles a few times today. He doesn't then. And Reese Hills, yeah, really leading by example, is the skipper. He's bombing up the right-hand flank, showing his team that we need a goal if we want to win this game, move on in the cup. They came fourth in the league last season. They lost last week to Rochdale Rovers 7-0. Huge loss, and that'll hurt their stocks and confidence. Moving forward is Yoon pressing hard on Angus Hughes. They were set to play Holland Park the week before at this very ground, but if they were going to play, they'd have to get the boat out, get the paddles out, get your snorkels out. The animals were walking in 1s and 2s that weekend, and it was an absolute billabong down here in Wynnum. But it's looking great at the moment. Obviously played Brisbane City at Corporate Travel Management Stadium in the opening round. They lost 3-0. Both teams they've played would have to be some of the top in the league, and a big foul there. And tensions are rising here in Wynnum, both on the pitch and in the stands. That's the magic of the cup. It's do or die. Neither team wants to give up an inch. It means so much to them. It's an opportunity to showcase your talents and go far in the cup. We've seen so many amazing performances, especially by Queensland teams in the cup in previous years. You think of the Strikers run in 2019. You think even Coomera's run in 2019. One of the smallest ever clubs to reach the national round of 32. Played Magpies Crusaders in that game. I think they lost 2-1. 3-1 in the end. But just shows what can happen in the cup. think Brisbane Strikers game at Perry Park, Parc de Paris, in 2019 against Wellington Phoenix will go down in Queensland football folklore. Bon Scott with heroics. Obviously signed with Brisbane City last season, got injured very early on in the season. Didn't play. Riley Stent had to fill in as the ball's played through to Yoon. Now their options in the middle, there's 3 yellow shirts. Can he find any of them? Ducks around. Can he make something of it? He forces a save there from Semple, and the shot will come in, but will be forced wide for a corner. Shot coming in from Antonio Murray. But Bon Scott got announced as an injury reserve for the Brisbane Roar when Jamie Young was injured earlier on in this A-League season. Hasn't got to play. Macklin Freak performed well, and Jamie Young is back in the side. But it just shows what the FFA Cup can do for your stocks, not only as a player but as a club. All players and all people at both clubs tonight will be looking to put themselves on that stage and impress. Obviously it's a time of change football in Australia, and great pressure there by Saunders. Nearly forced the error. Benzanati shepherded out by Anor for a Southport throw in. Hughes taking it. Anor is presenting, and Saunders. Boy, how good has that combination been today? Saunders Anor combination. They'll be looking to get another. So 15 minutes left. You have to say, next goal might win this game. Wynnum with it at the base of midfield. They're going to be hoping it's them coming off the victors in this game. Coming off best. Mo Joseph. Keogh there. Anor now. 2 players breathing down his neck. Kramer is one of them. He's performed so well today. Has a strong physical presence in midfield for Wynnum. Won the 2020 Club Player of the Year. He'll be looking potentially to move to an NPL club, despite his family having a lot of ties to the club. As the ball comes back into Saunders on the chest. Can he get a shot off? Yes, he can! A lovely bit of skill there by Morgan Saunders to get his second of the game and make it 4-3 for the visitors. What a goal. Showing his class, showing his quality. He's the big number 11. An absolute goal fest here at Carmichael Park. And the visitors will be loving that one. Morgan Saunders with 2. Ferdinand Anor with 2. Can either of them get a hat-trick now? Wolves will be hoping they don't. They're going to have to push in this last around 12 minutes left. If they want to either force it to overtime, and error. Will Lamb applying great pressure there. They either want to force it to overtime or win the game. Who will be stepping up, taking initiative? James Taylor's been fantastic all game. dispossessed by Anor. Will move forward and try and put icing on the cake. He skips over, and Graham, being physical with him, as you have to be, gives away a free kick in the end. There's nothing vicious about that. You have to be physical. And Anor trying to skip past, but they'll be taking their time. Only player that can come off the bench for Wynnum is Michael Parker. As they move forward, Danny Discombe whips it into the box. Saunders at the back stick, gets a head on it. And a great save, or it is forced wide actually. Saunders rising, wants the hat trick. Both him and Anor have been fantastic all game long. And wouldn't a hat trick just top that off? Be a cherry on the cake. And wouldn't we be treated as football fans? What great games we've had tonight. A 4-0 win for Olympic. Dan Leck getting a hat trick. And a 4-3 thriller here. Cross-league rivalry happening as a shot comes in, and it's in! What a strike! Yanis Benzanati. What a hit! And it is 4-4 now. What a strike from Yanis Benzanati, and how good's the bench been for Wynnum today?
Number 15, Yanis Benzanati.
See, Nathan Yoon getting a goal off the bench, and now Yanis Benzanati, the left back, getting forward and having a hit. Scott Semple absolutely rooted to the spot. Couldn't do anything except watch that one go off the post and in. Well, there you go. I said who's going to step up for Wynnum. My money. As the ball comes in and it goes just wide. And an ambitious and audacious effort from Southport. What a game this is. 9 minutes left to play. It's 4-4. We just had an equaliser from a left back. Can you ask for much more? Hughes now. We have been absolutely treated on this Saturday night for Easter. And a foul is given away by Reese Hills. Actually, discontent of the stands and the Wynnum players as they look to move it quickly. Down the side, Elliot Greenwood looking to cross it in. Pitch wreaking havoc as the ball was played over the top towards James Taylor. Gets a touch on it. Yoon with it, but the touch is too heavy. And it was brought down brilliantly by James Taylor. And Yoon could have had his second there if his first touch was as good as Taylor's there. With 8 minutes left to play. They'll be wanting this one as the ball's played deep. They can't find a player and will go for a goal kick. Both teams scrambling here, looking for a solution. Moving it quickly. It's do or die for these clubs here. The challenge coming in from Anor, but winning it are Wynnum. Graham with the ball. Sent wide by Keogh. Controlled well by Yoon. Look to cut towards the byline, but is met well, and foul is given away by Gavin Wales. Or by Yoon in the end. Interestingly officiated. Scott Semple in net. Sends it long. And it's won well by Greenwood. skipping around. Discom in midfield with it, but a great challenge coming in by Keogh. Murray sends it out wide to Yoon. He'll stay onside. He's got an option in the middle in Taylor. He's quality. He whips it in towards the back stick. Murray pulling it down. Can he have a shot? Yes, he can with the outstretched legs of Scott Semple. Keeps it going in for the moment as Discom, with a loose touch, sends it for a corner. And a great save there by Scott Semple. It was a tight angle, but he got the shot off nonetheless. Taking the corner will be Ryan Cockle for the home side. It's towards the edge of the box. Yoon rising. It's sent, but the deflection puts it back into the box. Benzonati with it now. He scored from this area and the foul is given away. Anor down, clutching his neck. Back of his neck. He's up and about. And they'll need him in this final 5 minutes if they want to win this game. Sent long, but it may be sent too long in the end, and it is by Scott Semple. Strong header by Angus Hughes. Benzonati now with the throw in. Taylor now looks to dink it over the top, but couldn't read the tea leaves. They weren't on the same page. Angus Hughes going to move it towards Saunders' position. Mo Joseph cuts it out well. Bowden playing it out of defence through Joseph and Graham. And a big effort there. Murray now spreads it. Reese Hills wanted it on the far side. Charging out of defence is Gavin Wales. Moves it on. Greenwood on the far side, playing it towards Saunders, but cut out by Joseph. Four minutes left. Keogh out wide to Yoon. He's onside. Can he keep it in play? Look to middle it and does so, but he can't find an option. This will be goal kick or offside there. Either way, it's the same result. Hughes now. Saunders lurking on the edge as the switch comes in towards the Saunders direction. He gets a head on it, and unfortunately no one backing up. Keogh sends it over the top, but Semple can collect it easily. Play it out of the hands to Andy Ridden. Plays in defence a lot as well as Reese Hills with a true captain's performance, and someone may see yellow here as they play it quickly. Murray now looking for the on-running Benzonati. Can he find an option in the middle or have a go himself? We know he can score him. He already has. Southport intercepted it well, and Anor now. A great challenge by Keogh, but Anor gets it in the end. And he's sent to the deck, and the foul is given. Anor has performed so well, but looks absolutely gassed at this point, and the free kick was taken too quickly there for Southport. Under 2 minutes of regulation. These teams need a goal. Otherwise it will be extra time. Semple out by the hands to Hughes. Hughes, another one of those players coming over from Coomera, settling in as Taylor plays it forward to Murray. He may have been offside. As Anor now flicking it around with a lovely turnaround. Benzanati, can he find his way inside? Yes, he can. Greenwood's calling for it on the far side. He looks for him, but met well by Joseph, and the physicality called out in the end, and Joseph comes off with the foul. And the free kick for Wynnum. James Taylor has got to be the danger man, but Antonio Murray has looked strong for Wynnum in these late stages. Still got plenty of energy. As Will Lamb played it forward. Saunders now can't make anything of it there. Under a minute left to play. Danny Discombe. No one in front of him, and he opts for the switch out to Greenwood, who can pull it down with a lovely touch and flick it over towards Saunders, but the keeper will save it in the end or collect it easily. At the end of the day, sent into the air. Anywhere will do. As we just about head into stoppage time now. Fergie time. As the ball will be a corner. We've seen corners go in direct in the FFA Cup already at this stage of the game. Obviously the Lakes FC. What a game that was against Burleigh Heads. As the ball will come in now. Can it find a head? It's Taylor. And it's a great save there by Scott Semple. And that will be full time of regulation time, and we will be heading to extra time here at Carmichael Park. The score is 4-4. Goals through Antonio Murray, James Taylor, Nathan Yoon and Yanis Benzanati for the home side, and for the away side it's a brace for Morgan Saunders and a brace for Ferdinand Anor. We will be back shortly after a quick break when we kick off extra time. And we are in extra time now, as Southport looks like they'll be kicking us off. And what a game we've had so far. Absolute stunner of a game. 4-4. We've had everything from this game. We've had screamers. And we are in extra time of this round 4 FFA Cup clash between Wynnum Wolves FC and Southport Warriors. As well, coming out was Ned Bowden. Here at Carmichael Park. It's a great crowd for a great game. We've all been treated, and we will have 15 minutes each way. And if there is not a result at the end, we'll be going to a penalty shootout, and we've seen some historic penalty shootouts in the past in the FFA Cup, and geez, it'll mean a lot to these clubs if that happens today. But both teams will be hoping it doesn't come to that, as Reese Hills fighting the ex-Capalaba Bulldog and somehow wins a foul there. In the end, in other games in the FFA Cup tonight, Olympic FC, Jez Lofthouse back in the starting lineup, bagged himself a hat-trick of assists, and Danny Leck bagged himself a hat-trick himself, and there's a little bit of afters here as it is getting physical. In extra time means a lot. A great result, 4-0 win for Olympic over Moreton Bay United, over the Jets. It's a great result. What will be a happy clubhouse down there at Goodwin Park, and one of these clubs will be looking to have a similar result at the end of this extra time. So moving forward, James Keogh for the home side. Brisbane Strikers also able to get a 3-1 victory over Ripley Valley. Antonio Murray with it now. Out wide, Benzanati. Been a great player off the bench for them today. It's a great impact as Keogh wins his team a corner. Obviously, attempted cross, but he will get the corner in the end. Get another attempt. Only one more sub available for Matt Chandler, and that is Michael Parker on the bench for the home side. Sent long towards the back stick, and it's punched, but not well, as it is loose in the box, and Yoon gets a shot in. But it is a scramble. Semple's got to come out and clear it there as it comes back in. Yoon on the edge of the box, out wide. Shot comes in, it's towards the back stick, and a great save there by Scott Semple. Diving, sticking out a hand, pushing it over the bar. A great effort. The save matched it. Keogh lurking on the edge of the box, but it goes into the middle. It's met well. Keogh now, and the shot coming in from Murray, and there's calls for a handball, not given. Southport will clear it. Wynnum reset, switch it. Semple straight down the throat. Hanor on the far side for Southport. for an option in the middle. Can't find one, and there's tired legs out there. It's Keogh. May opt for the switch as he plays it inside. Taylor has been lively all game, being hunted down there by Will Lamb. He couldn't hear the footsteps, and Lamb was eyeing him up from a mile away. Lamb with it now. Obviously fresher legs coming off the bench with a lovely bit of dribbling. Goes in for the tackle, but can't get anything on it. Switch coming across now towards Elliot Greenwood, but cut out by Reese Hills. And likewise, as it comes out to Saunders, can he pull it down? Can he have a shot? Yes, he can, and he puts it into the back of the net. The visitors erupt as Morgan Saunders, the danger man, celebrates with the visiting fans. Great finish there by Morgan Saunders. Gets himself a hat trick in extra time.
Southport FC 5, Wolves 4.
And that's two hat tricks in 2 matches tonight at least. Danny Leck for Olympic and Morgan Saunders now for Southport. Great cultured finish there. It is Elliot Middleton wearing the 15 out there. Gets it there. This calls a handball there. And it's 5-4 to Southport. 9-goal thriller so far. Can they add to it? Anor on the far side. Just plays it back. Sent into the box. Middleton gets his head on it. It is saved in the end. And the save. Strong there. Bowden. Keogh looking lively for this Wynnum side. Southport still moving forward, still looking for a goal. And sent over the top. Can he pull it down? Saunders, yes he can, and has a shot, but it's put wide, and they're calling for it to be a corner. And the referee disagrees. A great bit of control there by Morgan Saunders, the captain. And he's been unreal all game long. Hughes now laying it through to Anor. Obviously very familiar with each other from their time with Coomera. Winning it out. Now it's towards Saunders. Can he get 4? No, he can't, as there is a player down on the far side who looks to be in a fair bit of pain. Wynnum play it through. And it's Murray moving forward with it. Can he find an option? Can he have a shot himself? Finds Taylor. Ducking and weaving. He can't make his way through. And the injured player is up and calling to be substituted. Not sure who it is as of yet. But it is Will Lamb. And the substitution to be made is yet to be seen. Hopefully Will Lamb's all right. He's up and walking. But that will be his day. Came on as a sub. And he is coming off, and the substitution will be Nick Greenwood. Obviously not the night he would have liked, but he's performed well. And Nick Greenwood makes his way on in extra time. Maybe would have liked to have been rested, but he is the mainstay at 10, centre attacking midfield. The advanced role in the midfield for Southport. And he gets a run out in the FFA Cup, and you can't be mad about that. Taylor has been deadly all game. He's pushing forward. And Murray with it now. Outside to Hills. Putting it into Murray. He gets on the end of it and has a shot, but it's blocked well. And another shot comes in, but it will go wide. And James Taylor, he's been busy all game. He's been strong all game. Promising young player for Wynnum. I'm sure we'll have a unreal season. We saw Max Mikola last season have a great season, 12 goals, making his way into the Football Queensland Premier League team of the season and earning himself a move to Lions FC in the NPL men's. Here's Ryan Cockle with it on the far side into Crane. Mo Joseph, been fantastic all game long, despite the scoreline. Has been strong. Southport have just counterattacked so well. It'll be hard as Yoon put on the far side, gets a hip and shoulder. Scott Semple can collect it in the end. Gavin Wales employing his physicality there. As there's not long left in this first half of extra time. Just under 3 minutes. Anor putting on his dancing shoes. Sticking out with it. The referee not calling anything, and a big dive there, but rightly so, as I believe it was Mo Joseph getting a foul there, giving it away, either him or Ryan Cockle. But Ferdinand Anor potentially putting a little bit of mayo on that one. The ball comes in and Joseph blocks it well. But Anor, it's absolutely gassed as they send it wide for the switch. It is cut out by the Southport defence. Anor is blowing on that far side. He's been strong all game long, but if he's tired, I think he's got to come off, but I guess they'd rather not use another set of legs with their scheduling. Obviously 3 games in 8 days. This is one of them. They have got league game on Tuesday against Burleigh Heads. And then on Sunday, playing Surfers Paradise Apollo. They'll want him back for that one. Obviously, Surfers Paradise now have Fraser Hills, who's no stranger to the FFA Cup. Performed very well in it in 2019. Here's a throw in. for Southport. Fraser Hills, the reigning Michael Cockerell medalist, best player in the FFA Cup. So strong in that 2019 campaign, and that strikers team. Andy Pengelly, obviously a record-breaking season for him. Obviously, Michael Cockerell medal presented to the most outstanding player in the FFA Cup from a non-A-League team, as it is the end of the first half of extra time here at Carmichael Park. It is Southport 5, Wynnum Wolves 4. We are starting back up swiftly for the second half of extra time here at Carmichael Park, and it is underway. Southport leading us 5 to Wolves 4. And Wolves will be looking to get back into this game as Anwar has had a chance to breathe and is looking even more lively now. And it's taken down but not called, and it is in the end. Joseph giving it away. And Anwar absolutely blowing, taking his time to get up, as he has been on the last few challenges and runs. He looks at the end of his string as Danny Discombe, and will play it out wide to Hughes. And big deflection, big block by Yanis Benzanati, as he scored that absolute screamer into the bottom left-hand corner. One of many goal scorers today. We've had 6 goal scorers. Obviously, Ferdinand Anor with a brace, and Morgan Saunders with a hat-trick. And obviously Ferdinand Anor opened his league season with a hat-trick against Runaway Bay, and will be potentially looking to grab another in the Cup. And either way, 5 goals in your last 2 games, or last 3 games at least. It's a great showing. Keogh in midfield, performing well off the bench for Matt Chandler's side. And he was there flicking it on, and he's running onto the ball over the top. He won't get onto it and play it down. It is, I believe, Angus Hughes, potentially quite lightly, but it could be one of those odd ones. Keogh and Hughes going shoulder to shoulder. And the physio is called over. Looks to be in a bit of pain. We hope he's all right. Options on the bench for Southport. Robert Barham, or the reserve goalkeeper in Perry Moore. I think they'll be optioning for the former. And it is Angus Hughes down. I hope he's alright, and begged Robert Barham to come on if he doesn't become available, and be wanting to move this game on quickly in extra time. It looks like he might be alright. Just puts the boot back on. As he jogs off on the far side. No substitute made yet. May just be tended to by the physio and reassessed before they make a substitution. Got to be stringent with them at this stage of the game. It's Mo Joseph playing it to Keogh, looking for options. Heads it into the middle. Cockle flicks it on to Murray. Switches it out to Yoon. The skipper whip it in, but can't find a yellow shirt. As the Southport defence decides to just get rid of it in the end. Wynnum surging forward through their skipper. They need a goal. And they win a foul. And Southport are not happy about it. Looks like Reese Hills and Antonio Murray standing over it with Ryan Cockle. As Hills moves away from it, and it is Murray and Cockle standing over it. They need a goal here. You'd think it would be a direct shot, and they don't think the wall's far back enough. And they're petitioning for it to move back, and tempers are flaring here. I think that wall's way too close, and I wouldn't disagree in all honesty. It's quite close. But they're just going to have to play it. And they're measuring it out, and it's kind of behaviour. And they measure it out and goes, all right, yeah, maybe it is. And they can all have a laugh about it in the end. And they will take it in the end. Murray standing over it. And it is resolved in the end. 5-man wall for Southport. Murray standing over it, goes for the direct, and Anor blocks it well. Benzanati to play it out to Hills, but instead it's a Southport throw in. It's under 9 minutes, and it's great to see players still being able to laugh about it in the end. Here's what it's all about at the end of the day. Obviously, you don't like to see it when your team is losing in extra time. They put in a shift, but it's still game time. And looks like a cramp there from Dylan Ewell, clutching the hammy as he stretches it out. And it will be a Wynnum throw in. Benzanati will take it. Need to move quickly now. Cockle opts for the glory and sends it high and backwards, and foul is given against Morgan Saunders. And it's spread wide. Gavin Wales can get rid of it with ease. outside of the boot. Lovely ball out to Benzanati, and Anor wins it well and fairly. And he'll look to move forward, take his time a bit, play it down the line. Nick Greenwood on that far side, but Mo Joseph wins it and gets him out of danger. Graham urging the side forward, as is Reese Hills. And a big challenge there, and it is given, as the game is getting a bit testy here in the late stages. Just under 7 minutes left of the game, at least in regulation. And they'll be throwing everyone forward. Will Wynnum, just 2 players and the goalkeeper back. And you'd think that's sensible at this stage of the game, as it is whipped into the mixer. And the keeper comes out but can't get to it, and it will be a corner for Wynnum in the end. The drama builds here at Carmichael Park. "100 years since their first game ever. And we're looking to get their way back into this game. As the ball comes in, can it find a head? No, it can't. Murray playing it back out to Cockle. Back towards the box. And it is scramble towards the back post, and Saunders looking for 4. Anor on the far side looking for 3. Moving forward now. Can he find him? Saunders being harassed down into the corner by Mo Joseph. An sensible tactic from Saunders at this stage of the game. Just hold on to the game, and Wynnum will spring here. Yoon on the far side looks to play it inside, but he's met well by Richard Clark. Looks like Angus Hughes has come back onto the field and just had a little bit of treatment off the field and came back on, but now it's Scott Semple, the goalkeeper, down after maybe a collision in the box. Scott Semple in the starting 11 for the first time this season. And concede 4, but it's been a goal fest all game long. 9 goals as of yet. Obviously, if Wolves get one back and neither team get another, they will go into extra time, or they'll go to penalties, I should say. If it stands, it will be a Southport win, and a big win. We'll just show the quality of the Gold Coast Premier League to the rest of the competition. Hills with the throw-in. Sent out by Southport. Towards Benzanati, and he controls it well. This calls for a handball. Not given. He's going down the line, and Hughes wins it. And it is given to Southport. Hughes taking the throw in for Southport. It is do or die time for Wynnum. Saunders trying to get around McKinnon. Can't do so. Bowden sending it long. Keogh flicks it to Murray, who has the first time effort. Not sure if it was a cross or a shot with his left boot, but either way, Semple will send it. And an interesting tactic by McKinnon. Just a flick. And Saunders, we know how dangerous he is, just chasing him down. See Morgan Saunders, his brother Reese, is now at Caroline Springs. George Cross in Victoria, down in Sunshine, western suburbs of Melbourne. Great part of the world there. Had an injury last year, but setting the FFA Cup on fire this year. Plenty of goals in the last game. Obviously a hat-trick today. Just showing his class. Southport win it back, but potentially turn it over to Cockle. And they do so and look to spring through Benzanati. He's got plenty of space, but can he keep it in? Yes, he can. Tries to go around, and a big challenge there. Should have been given a foul, and it will be a yellow card. To Dylan Yule in a dirty challenge there, it must be said, on Yanis Benzanati. And you don't like to see that at this time of the game. Studs up into the shins, out of nowhere. Benzanati, team doctor coming over to say, how are ya? But it's not seen on the sideline, but I'm sure he'll be back onto the field in no time. And he is. And the referee says you need to spend a bit more time off the field first. Ball will be whipped in by Cockle. Can he find a head? No, he can't. Slurging on the edge of the box there, which is tempting the Wynnum players to have a hit. Just lurking on the edge of the box. The referee pulls it up. Not sure what for. May just be a throw-in in the end. And it is. Referee having a talking to the players. Cut it out. Got a game to play. And you'd think it'll be a long throw in here from Reese Hills. He opts for the short option, but there's plenty of options in the box. Saunders chasing the ball down. Mo Joseph trying to control it. It'll be a Wynnum throw in. Well done by Mo Joseph, keeping his team in the game. Saunders with it. Will be called offside in the end. Coming back, and Wynnum potentially getting a few meters on that one. And again, they will get the throw in. It's Cockle in the middle. He's been lively. He's got lots of energy. And Yoon just plays it out to Hills, the captain, urging his team forward. Keogh outside, going down after the pass. It will be cleared by Southport. To Saunders, and Gavin Wales can't keep it in. And we are in stoppage time now. It's do or die for Southport. Or for Wynnum, should I say. As a foul called for a high foot, I believe. And Wynnum need one. He's late. They're in stoppage. Referee has put his whistle up to his mouth. It's been a hell of a game. There can't be long left now. We've had a bit of time for injuries. Wynnum with it at the back. They need to move forward. They need to move forward quickly. Anor with it, and he'll just keep it at the corner. And rightly so, as it will be a Wynnum throw in there. And Southport are not happy about it. And a lovely flick there by Keogh. And they move forward. And it will be another Wynnum throw in. Can they get a bit of momentum here? Can they move forward? Hills on the far side. Going to move his side quickly. Keogh with it now. Saunders intercepts well and sends it to Anor, who'll flick it over but get taken down. And someone will see a yellow card. I believe it is Michael McKinnon for Wynnum. A yellow card there late in the game. And another yellow card. For verbals, one would assume. For Richard Clark, I think. And the bench is irate for the away side. And another one. I believe that was a red card for the coach there. On the far side. And it was. Steve McDonald with a red card for verbals. Wow. As if this game couldn't get enough drama. Steve McDonald sees red. In the dying embers of the game, when your team's about to win, you get sent off. At least I think it was Steve McDonald from here. You'd think it would be the head coach getting it. And that will be full time. As Southport get the victory over the Wynnum Wolves here at Carmichael Park. The final score is 5-4. Goals from the home side, courtesy of Antonio Murray, James Taylor, Yanis Benzanati, and Nathan Yoon. And for the visitors, Morgan Saunders, the captain, with a hat-trick, and Ferdinand Anor with a brace. You can catch all Football Queensland games live and on demand, as well as highlights and other special content on NPL TV. I've been Campbell Johnson. Thank you and good night.